Class 10th. Today we will discuss the rest part of the first chapter of chemistry, that is the chemical reactions and equations. Last day we have completed up to oxidation and reduction, but at the last of the oxidation and reduction, that process you have already told me through the message that you are facing problems. So that's why we will start from oxidation and reduction from that very topic, so that it could be much easier to you to understand. Okay, so let's go for oxidation. Plus last day we have done lots of reaction, and we have seen also the types of reaction, how many types of reaction can be done and what is the name of them. So take the next part of it, that is the oxidation and the reduction. What is oxidation? Oxidation is the process. Look, oxidation, if we go for this word, a word is coming that is very much familiar to us, and we are taking every time, in each second we are taking. What is that? That is oxygen, right? So it means oxidation means a word that is coming in our mind first, that is the oxygen, means the oxygen that is related to this word and to this process. Which process? That is reaction process. Okay, oxidation is also a kind of reaction process where the reactants are needed to produce the product. Got it? There oxygen is needed. So it means that if we take any metal or any reactant, suppose Cu, and if we add with it H2O, then it will make as Cu2O plus H2 gas. It means that if you observe two reactants I have taken here, one is copper and there is water. Okay, one molecule of copper, one molecule of water. Here the water is managed by two other atoms, that is the hydrogen and the oxygen, and they have amalgamated together according to their valency, and they came as H2O or water. So from here, if we take the water with copper or with another reactant, so it will come as Cu2O according to its valency. It makes Cu2O or cupric oxide, plus hydrogen will remain alone because oxygen has already taken its own place. Got it? So this is the way of the oxidation. It means the process through which the product energizes itself by the help of or with the help of oxygen, by intaking the oxygen, or energized by taking the oxygen from the other reactants. That is the oxidation process. Okay, oxidation process means gaining oxygen from other molecules, gaining oxygen from other reactants. Understand? That is the oxidation. Now come to reduction process. Oxidation is over, it is up to this. Now come to reduction process. Reduction means another word is coming in our mind, that is reduce. Reduce, or another word, that is release. So reduce and release, these two words are coming into our mind first by listening to the word reduction. It means that the word or the reaction in which process reduction, it is saying that the process or the reaction process through which oxygen is released and the another product used to occur. Okay, let's go for it. So if we take here reduction process, if we go through here, Cu2O, I am taking this process, okay, Cu2O, and if I decompose it, or if we go through the decomposition process, got it, then what will happen? It will come as Cu plus O2. Cu plus O2. It means if we go through the decomposition process, we know that in decomposition three-type process we have already read, that is the thermal, and another one is electrical, and the third one is that is photolytic, right? So photolytic, electrical and thermal. Suppose through thermal if we go through, then copper will form itself, copper will remain as a precipitate, and oxygen through gas it will go out. Got it? So in this way cupric oxide can be release the oxygen. So it means that the process through which oxygen is released from the product or from the reactants. Got it? This process is known as the reduction process. This process is known as the reduction process. Now go through the another type of reaction that is known as the redox reaction. What? Redox reaction. Okay? Redox reaction. Redox reaction. Here, two words are given. One is reduction and another is oxidation. It means reduction and oxidation when both process will be done in only one or on a single reaction process. Got it? Okay, let's go for it for checking. So what we can do, that is Cu2O plus if we take the another metal, that is Cu2 plus Na, okay, then it will come as NaO plus Cu. NaO plus Cu. Okay, so it means here if you observe Cu2O and Cu, it has released the oxygen, and if you follow the Na and NaO, it has gained the oxygen. So which one is oxidation? Na, of course, because Na has taken the oxygen, so it is oxidation process. And what is the reduction process? It has released the oxygen, that's why it is reduction process. So it means the process or reaction process where oxidation and reduction both forms can be seen at a time. Those reactions are known as redox reaction. Redox reaction. Understand? Okay. So let's go for our next topic. It is very much easy. So oxidation means needed oxygen. Reduction means released of the oxygen. Redox means releasing and accepting of the oxygen at a time. Our next topic, oxidation in our daily life. Oxidation in our daily life. Okay, so let's go for it. Oxidation in our daily life. Okay, fine. Number one, oxidation in our daily life. That is rancidity. Number one is rancidity. Okay, in rancidity, what it has shown, rancidity process, it has said that the reaction through which the food item, any kinds of food item or any kinds of bodies of any organism's body that contains the oil and fat into itself, and that oil and fat when it come in contact of the air, that time it used to spoil itself and the foul smell or the bad smell comes out of it. Okay, that is called the rancidity. So it means that whenever any kinds of delicious foods are made in our kitchen and it is kept in open for a long period of time, suppose for a day, so what will happen in our atmosphere, the oxygen that is present, the oxygen, because we are reading about the oxidation, mainly the oxygen that is present in the atmosphere, that will come in contact the upper part of that food items. Okay, and at that time they will react itself. What is the reaction? That is the rancidity reaction. They will react itself with the oil and the fats that is present in the food item, and it will spoil it with the help of the oxygen. Got it? With the help of the oxygen gas, it used to spoil it. Okay, so it means that fats, oil reacts with air and spoil the food. The another question can arise, that the food items that is packed, that is totally packed, and that is given the air into it. Suppose if you go for kurkure, if you go for Lays, okay, if you go for the other type of snacks, all the snacks and chips packets, those which have taken the air inside it. got it? But it can remain for many days, it will not spoil. What is the reason behind it? Actually the reason is the air that is kept inside that huge airy box or huge airy packet, it is none other than nitrogen gas. It is none other than nitrogen gas. It means the gas that is present inside the chips packet, it is not the combination of any gas, it is only the nitrogen gas that helps all those very chips inside the packets to keep safe and tasty for many days. Got it? Because nitrogen doesn't react just like the oxygen and make the acidity, it doesn't work. So that's why only nitrogen gas is kept over there, and you know that it is totally water free, no water is present, and only nitrogen gas is present, and no moisture is also present because water is not present. So in this manner the chips packets are kept or are sealed in this way in the factory. Okay, so there nitrogen gas is used. Now come to number 2, that is the corrosion. That is corrosion. What is corrosion? Corrosion is the process through which any metallic substances, the metallic substances just like the iron, then nickel, then silver, all those types of metals are got covered by different type of layer, with the help of air, water and moisture. It means corrosion occurs only due to air, water and moisture. Air, water and moisture. We are reading oxygen means air means oxygen. Oxidation we are reading. So it means oxygen in air it is present, we know, and water is in as a water vapor it is present, and water vapor means moisture is present. So it means that few metallic substances, we have already read that number 1, rusting of iron. Rust of iron. How does it occur? We have already read it that when the iron substances come in contact to the nature, at that very time within few days it becomes rust coating onto the outside part of it. How is it possible? Open area means air is present, water is and moisture is present. So when all these things are present and all these things are react with the upper layer of the iron, so automatically the rusting will be held. Okay, if we go for the silver becomes blackish color. Okay, black coat on silver. How is it possible? It is also possible in the same way. When the silver ornaments comes in contact to these conditions, and in air acid is present. Acid means, how is it possible? Yes, acidic substances also in a molecular manner it is present in the air, those which are moving here and there. Whatever acid, suppose the ozone, carbon monoxide. Okay, carbon monoxide. Then the sulfur dioxide. That sulfur, when carbon, sulfur, all these are present. We know that it is already present in the atmosphere. So whenever it is reactive for many days, automatically such type of black coat will form on the silver ornaments. Got it? So such type of problems or such type of reactions used to occur on the metallic substances, and it makes the corrode. That's why the name is corrosion. Now the question is how to prevent from it. Okay, for iron we can say we have to paint with color. Okay, we have to paint the color onto the iron metals or iron substances, those which are not used but it is kept on the open area, and black coat on silver. That's the silver ornaments. You will observe that most of the time people takes the silver ornaments to the jewelry. Okay, and they give the jewelry for washing it, and they used to wash, and it shows the glitterness again. So it means that in this way we have to prevent the corrosion from the metallic substances. So in this way the oxidation in our daily life is to complete it. Number 1, that is acidity with the food items, and number 2 is corrosion with few metallic substances. Now we will read that we have already completed the reaction chapter, the first chapter. Now we are at the end of this chapter. At the end of this chapter we will read that reactions based on temperature. Reaction based on temperature. Look, we have read reaction based on temperature in the decomposition reaction, right? because in decomposition reaction their thermal reaction happens, then photolytic reaction happens, electrical reaction happens, so it means they need the temperature. So that's why decomposition reactions are totally connected along with the temperature. It means the reaction that contains the temperature of it. Now come to the classification of this reaction based on temperature. What type of, how many type of classifications are there? Only two types. Number one, exothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction. Now from this word, what could you understand? Exo means, we know that exo means out. Exo means out. It means the reaction through which, or the process of the reaction through which, along with the product, temperature goes out, temperature released. Okay, so it means that such type of reactions are called as exothermic reaction. It means the product that will come or that will occur, along with it the temperature will also go out. Got it? Those type of reactions are known as the exothermic reaction. Okay, let's go for exothermic reactions. One example through reactions. For here we will take the natural gas. What is natural gas? That is methane gas, we know that, right? So methane gas, when it come in contact of the oxygen, then they used to burn. Okay, and when they burn, they used to give the temperature, they used to produce the temperature or release the temperature. Okay, so let's go for it. They form the carbon dioxide and the water vapor and the temperature. Water vapor and the temperature. Okay, so it means that CO2, carbon dioxide, they takes out, H2O, water means water vapor, because there is temperature is releasing, and where temperature is releasing, automatically the water will transfer into the air as water vapor. Got it? So it is the basic idea or basic knowledge for exothermic reaction. Now come to endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. How is it possible in endothermic reaction, and what is the meaning of endo? Endo means added or the needs. It means the reaction in which heat or the temperature is needed. Got it? Heat or the temperature is needed. It means, let's go for the decomposition reaction. For here, decomposition reaction is needed. Okay, so let's take one example from decomposition reaction, that is CaCO3, give the heat. Okay, this is the sign of the heat, give the heat, and it will come as CaO plus CO2. So this is the process through which, is the reaction through which the temperature is needed to give, and it will form in the another product. This is called the endothermic reaction, means where thermal or the temperature or the heat or the electric is needed to give, and exothermic is from where the temperature is producing. Okay, we don't have to give the, but the temperature will produce. That is the exothermic. Understand?